Hey guys, what's going on? Quick note before we start this. During this commentary, I actually left out a pretty significant detail, so I'm just going to throw this in at the beginning here. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the commentary. But first of all, I ended up leaving out the resolution that Call of Duty was played. On the Xbox and the PS3, Call of Duty is ran at 600p, which is 1024 by 600, not 720p, not 1280 by 720p, or 1980 by 1080, or anything like that. It's lower than HD standards. So the Wii U should be able to actually play these games at full HD resolutions at 60 frames per second. So that's what I actually bought the Wii U for, was more or less of a graphics improvement. Now, if you're wondering why you don't see much pixelation on the Xbox and the PS3, it's because they both have proprietary upscaling software that both Sony and Microsoft have designed themselves. So that's why it's pretty decent. You can't really tell it's bad graphics or anything like that. But if you go into like Call of Duty and you look at like a shadow or something that's coming off of something, you'll see some jagged edges, some pixelations, all that good stuff, and then you'll actually notice it there. You don't actually get that on PC, so that's why I like PC gaming so much. But yeah, hopefully that won't be on Wii U either. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the commentary, and I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, what is going on, people at Commentatortown? My name is ICeEeYN00B, and guess what I'm gonna do today? Yeah, I'm making a commentary. That's what I'm doing. So I hope you guys enjoy this. So yeah, let's talk about the Wii U, shall we? By the way, I hope you enjoy the Black Ops gameplay in the background. And yeah, let's get right into this. You know, I'm just gonna bomb you guys with some facts, some technical stuff, some specs, you know, all that good shit. So if you're curious about it and how it compares against not next gen consoles, but this gen consoles like Xbox 360, PS3, all that good shit, then stay around, or stick around, I should say. Right off the bat, I should probably say, you know, the Wii U's got a smaller form factor than both the Xbox and the PS3. It's going to have a better disc capacity than the Xbox. The PS3 already has Blu-ray support, so we've moved up to a Blu-ray based disc. It's a 25 gigabyte per layer disc, so you're going to be able to get probably 50 gigs, 50, 75 gigs, depending on how many layers they put per disc, and depending on how good the drive is itself inside the Wii U. They may not even need 25 gigs. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not very familiar with Blu-ray discs myself, so I just know that they use a dual layer disc for putting games on, like Xbox 360, or discs, I guess I should say. I just freaking screwed that up, but I'm still gonna roll with this. So you know, they got to compress the textures. They can't put as much stuff on the game, you know what I mean? There's some stuff that they probably want to put in the game, but they can't. Well, now they're going to be able to do that with these larger discs. For instance, Assassin's Creed 3 recently came out, and the PS3 has 4 additional missions, I guess you could say. I'm not exactly familiar with the Assassin's Creed series on what they're called, but there's 4 additional like storylines that you can do because they couldn't fit any of that information on the Xbox 360 disc. So there's a plus right there. You get more content, more room to work for game developers. It's just awesome. You can fit full HD textures on the disc. The Wii U should definitely be able to support HD textures. Let's go into some pricing real quick before we go any further into specs. They're going to have 2 different models, the basic and the deluxe. I have pre-ordered the deluxe model, which is $350 US, it comes with 32 gigabytes of onboard flash memory. The basic one is 300, and that is 8 gigabytes of flash memory. Now, these consoles come with just the gamepad, which is the, I believe it's a 6.8-inch touchscreen. So, I'm sure if you know anything about the Wii U, you've seen the touchpad. There'll be images somewhere around this video. I'll probably just put them right at the beginning. And then if you want to go back to the beginning of this video, you can just go ahead and check those out. Now let's get technical, shall we? This is the fun part. I enjoy this part. The CPU on this Wii U console is kind of like a custom modified IBM PowerPC processor. It's a tri-core 3 gigahertz 45 nanometer CPU. It's very close to the one in the Xbox 360. I've done a little bit of research on them, very close. This one's definitely a little bit faster. I believe it's like a gigahertz faster, but anyhow, you can't really measure a CPU's power by its clock speed. It's only got 2 megabytes of cache for the first core. Wait, no, that's wrong. It's 1 MB of cache for core 0, and then it's got half a megabyte per core 1 and core 2. So I believe core 1 is going to be dedicated to probably the system or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to allocate cores, but that would just be my guess. And then I'm just going to get off that. It's only going to have 2 gigabytes of RAM, so it's not going to be like massive or anything like that. But the way they're going to do it is 1 gigabyte of RAM is going to be allocated to just running games, and 1 gigabyte of RAM is going to be allocated to the system as far as, just running processes and video RAM and general stuff like that. Now with video grade RAM being dedicated to the CPU, you're going to experience fairly fast load times, so that's going to be nice, especially with games on a really fast disk and flash memory on board. If you have games stored directly on the console, you're going to experience pretty fast load times. It's going to be pretty nice. I'm looking forward to this. Now onto the graphics processor. Like I already explained the RAM and all that good shit. The only thing I didn't explain is it could potentially be an HD 7750. If you want to Google that, just Google like Radeon HD 7750 and you'll probably come up with it. That's what everyone's thinking it's going to be. Now, this is just rumor. It's not guaranteed that's what it's going to be, but they're just thinking it's an underclocked 7770. They know that the power design is only going to be a 50 watt TDP, and if you're wondering what that is, that's basically how much power the core of the graphics processor actually can max out as. Like under complete load, that'll be the max. They also know that this GPU will be able to do full 1080p 60 frames per second HD, you know what I mean, through an HDMI cable, so that's going to be nice. Nobody knows if it's going to be HDCP, and basically what that is a copyright protection. So if you're using like a Blackmagic Intensity Pro, AverMedia Live Gamer HD or anything like that, then you will not be able to capture basically any HDMI capture card. You won't be able to capture any of the video and record it without a very expensive encoder, or a decoder I should say. Another thing about that is they're going to have component support as well on here, so us guys with the HD PVR will still be able to record just fine through component, so that's going to be nice. Now we won't be getting the full 1080p support, only 1080i, but that's fine. I only ever record in the 720p anyhow. Hopefully they don't have any HDCP support. I'm actually looking into getting a new capture card, and it's HD or HDMI, so yeah, pretty nice. And if you're wondering which HDMI it is, it's HDMI 1.4, which in my opinion is a little overkill. Maybe they just, I don't know, decided to put it on for the hell of it, but that is the newest HDMI that supports up to 4K resolution, as well as 3D resolution, or 3D, like, vision. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I don't have any 3D shit, but yeah, that HDMI cable will support HD. I don't think they're going to have it on here, but whatever. Let's see here, what else am I missing? I've already talked about the Blu-ray discs, all that good shit. It's gonna have 5.1 channel audio built in through HDMI, all that good stuff. One thing I haven't talked about, and this is back on the memory end of things, is it's gonna have half a gigabyte of memory. Aside from the flash memory, most likely stupid fast memory, like a RAM style memory, that they're gonna store the OS itself on. So it's gonna have a dedicated memory slot for the OS and all that good shit, and as well the HDMI, the WiiU will also support flash drives and external hard drives for external storage. So if you buy yourself just a cheap like 320 gig hard drive, guess what? If you're able to actually install games to memory on this console like you are the Xbox and the PS3, you're gonna be able to pretty much go diskless, you know what I mean? And then your discs aren't going to be spinning, your drive isn't going to wear out. It's going to be a very good experience for everyone all the way around. As far as networking goes, it's going to have Wi-Fi, of course, like the original one. The original Wii only has up to BNG 2.4 gigahertz. This is going to have a guarantee wireless B, G, and N. This is on the 2.4 gigahertz spectrum, and it may have wireless N on a 5 gigahertz spectrum. Now this is completely rumored, the 5 gigahertz one. It's not confirmed, but it may actually have that. When I do my Wii U review on my personal channel, you guys can go over there and check that out. I'll definitely make sure I go over all that, what wireless connectivity it has and all that good shit. Another thing, the gamepad has been rumored to run off of 5 gigahertz spectrum as well. That's why I'm saying it might be rumored. Or basically, what people are thinking is the Wii U console is going to act like a miniature router, and then the Wii gamepad is going to be able to connect to it. But unfortunately, it looks like it's more people are leaning towards Bluetooth now, which is kind of unlikely, I guess. I'm not exactly sure, because you're gonna be able to play, Larry, let's say you're out in your living room, you want to play like Call of Duty or whatever, and your dad goes on and starts watching football or whatever. You know what, you can swap everything over to the gamepad, and then you can play on the gamepad itself. So the video band, or the bandwidth required, isn't all there with Bluetooth. So it's, I don't know, I don't know, just go with that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll just see. Now this is very disappointing, if you ask me. There's not going to be any wired LAN or Ethernet, whatever you want to call it. There isn't going to be an Ethernet port. You're going to have to buy an external USB adapter if you want wired connection, which sucks, because then all the guys with Call of Duty Black Ops 2, which is, it's going to be a release title with it. I'm going to get that. We're not going to get the best connection we could possibly get, which is kind of depressing, especially if you're in a house with a lot of technology in it. All my routers, everything is like in one general area, so there's tends to be a bit of interference, and it's not very fun. It doesn't give you the best connection. Your pings are a little bit higher, and you know, what do you do? You know what I mean? What do you do? I know that they really screwed up on the original Wii's graphics or network adapters, because whenever I would do a speed test on the original Wii, I would only get like 2 down and 0.2 up. It was pretty bad, and it would be like right next to the router, so that is not good at all. Now, as far as ports go on the Wii, you're going to have HDMI 1.4, as I talked about earlier. You're going to have standard AV out, which is going to be your standard like 480i, and then you're going to have your component cables in the same connector. It's basically going to be the same connector as the Wii, the original Wii, I should say. So you're going to have all that connectivity and all that good stuff, and you're going to have 4 USB ports. So you're going to have 2 in the back, 1 in the front, or 2 in the back, 2 in the front. You're going to have an SD card reader, and you're going to have a sensor bar, and then power, and that's pretty much going to be it. It's going to be a pretty clean interface. Let's see here, what else have I missed? I'm pretty sure that was it. You know, of course, that if you've seen the Wii U or anything like that, you'll know that the gamepad's going to have like a 6.2-inch touchscreen. If you're curious what resolution that's going to be, it's going to be 480p, so it's not going to be like amazing or anything like that. You know, you got your dual analog sticks. There is going to be a camera on the front of it. I'm not sure if I remember that or remember to say that or not. But there's going to be like a microphone on it, headset jack, all that good stuff. By the way, the camera is not going to be very good. It's only going to be like a 1.3 or a 1 megapixel camera. Not very good. And the battery life's not going to be too bad. It's going to be about 5 to 7 hours if everyone's all these sources are correct. It's about what the average is going to be. And you're going to be able to recharge it through basically like the PS3. You're just going to plug it into the console with a USB connection, and you're going to be good to go, and it's going to be that easy. As far as batteries go, there's just an internal battery that you cannot replace. You have to recharge it. You're pretty much screwed. And that's pretty much all the information that I've had time to research. Well, that's pretty much everything I found that's even worth putting in a video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you guys are interested in seeing a Wii U review, some gameplay from it, go over to my channel. That's not going to be all I'm going to post. There'll be a link to my channel in the description. You go ahead and check that out. This has been ICeEeYN00B. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you for enjoying this Wii U informational video. Peace.